Welcome back to another weekly love reading. Today, we are going to understand what is going on with your person in terms of your romantic connection. This could be a crush, it could be a situationship, it could be a committed relationship, you could be in the talking phase. We will try to get their current energies, thoughts, and feelings, and yours, and see if there's any guidance for you in this deck. As usual, while I'm shuffling this deck, please imagine that person's face, name, and voice as though they were standing right in front of you, gazing at you. Okay, so the situation we have at hand here is around a relationship, a connection that has not taken off the ground. And there's a lot of control issues going on over here. This might be from you or it might be from that person. And no one has expressed their love yet. I think there's this feeling that both of you have uh, this intuition that there are strong feelings here, but I think it's a very push and pull energy, very hot and cold. Some days you really feel like, okay, this is it, now it's going to go somewhere. Now I've gotten a clear sign. But some days it's just like, okay, today it was nothing. They didn't even look at me, and I didn't feel anything when they were around. But other days when they're around, it just that I feel that heavy energy. So there's a lot of hot and cold going on over here. I'm seeing a lot of control issues emotionally. Someone is trying to control or manipulate the situation here to get a certain result. And it doesn't seem like manipulating your reality would work in this situation. You would have to let things unfold naturally. And because you're trying to control the situation emotionally a lot, mentally, and by manipulating, it's exhausting you. Only when you put in so much effort mentally to create certain situations in your reality, that is when you get emotionally and mentally exhausted. And because of this push and pull and this hot and cold energy, you are feeling that this is unrequited love. So you need to let go of the control issues, because once you start controlling the situation, you feel that I am doing all these things, I'm putting this much effort, I am trying to do certain things to get certain reactions, so why am I not getting that reaction? And when you're not getting those reactions or those responses, or those things you're doing is not getting that person to approach you, to come towards you, to have a conversation, that's when you're feeling it's unrequited love. But then some days I'm feeling this is like a true connection. It's not in my head, I'm not imagining it. So only if you keep trust in the situation and you stop manipulating your reality is when it's going to unfold naturally. You have to let it come to you. Stop creating scenarios and stop doing things in your reality in hopes of them noticing something, or that's what manipulating the 3D is. I'm going to do this, so they will watch it, something will trigger inside them, and they will come and talk to me. But do you really want them triggered in some way, or have any kind of negative emotions that will make them come and talk to you finally? Or do you want it to happen naturally, without any triggers, without any negative emotions? They should realize that, okay, this is a person worth approaching. This is a person worth having a conversation with. This is a person I can see as a potential match. You want those thoughts and feelings to come in them naturally, rather than you inducing them by manipulating your reality. It's like you're forcing those things in them to trigger them in some way, and you don't even know if it's going to trigger them. You're just hoping by doing these kind of things. But uh, it's not really the right way to go, is what I'm getting in my mind. You lack trust in the situation. There's no trust, because if there was trust, that would lead up to you having confidence in yourself and your presence, and someone wanting to be with you, and someone wanting to approach you, and you knowing that you're worth it. But because there's zero trust, You are going ahead and doing things physically and trying to get them to notice you. Now, I'm not saying that's a wrong thing. A lot of people do that. Sometimes it comes very naturally when someone around us, we like someone, we try to do things to get their attention. But there's a very thin line between doing that, out of feelings and love, and and it turning into an unhealthy obsession, and it turning into manipulation tactics for everything. Everything you're doing is a manipulation tactic. Doing certain things just to have their eyes on you and completely turning things into manipulation are two different scenarios. So, firstly, you need to understand the thin line between that. And then you have to build trust in the situation. You need to know that you're a person who's worth approaching. I'm seeing a lot of lack of self love, self worth, what you deserve here, and that's why you need to do things in your reality to manipulate situations to get the people you like to come to you. I feel like this has happened before for a lot of people in this collective, and I have a very strong feeling whenever you have tried to manipulate the 3D reality, it has not worked out for you. I'm getting that strong feeling. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm right. So, you know your history, you know your pattern, you know you get obsessive in the 3D when you have a crush on someone or you have feelings for someone, but it hardly pans out. And this is your guidance, this is your time, if you have stumbled upon this reading, to understand and break that pattern. This has not worked out before. Maybe I need to change my ways and start building trust, not in the outside situations, but in myself and my worth. Because once I build trust in myself, it's going to show up in the outside situations. That's how it works. Your reality is always going to be the reflection of what's going on within you, what you think about yourself and feel about yourself. So the bottom line here is you don't have any, there's a lack of self love and trusting yourself and being able to trust outside situations and knowing that you can get reciprocated love. I feel in the past situations your love was never reciprocated, and that's when you got into manipulating 3D, those tactics, and again it never worked out. So this is your time to break those patterns, break those cycles, and really focus on building trust in yourself and in situations for them to unfold naturally and in your favor. So this might not necessarily be unrequited love. We'll get that clarified with our tarot deck later on. And you need to let go of control issues. You cannot keep repeating the same patterns and expect a different result. That maybe this time, it might be different. If I don't do this, I'll completely miss out on this person. I need to do this. Your body and mind, they're urging and forcing you to take action because your mind is wired that way because of your history of doing that in the past connections. So your mind pushes you to do that. You feel uneasy and uncomfortable till you do something in 3D, till you put out some kind of manipulative tactics because you're used to it by now. But that's what breaking patterns is all about. You need to break these patterns, otherwise the result of this connection might be the same as the previous results. And instead of a very, very beautiful and straight to the point guidance here is, if the 3D reality is bothering you so much, instead of becoming manipulative and doing all these tactics, just go and express your love. I mean, it's as simple as that. Instead of agonizing yourself with all of this, why don't you just go and express your love? There's heavy fear of rejection here because you already feel in your mind that you're not worth this connection, or any connection for that matter, any connection that you are interested in. You have this strong belief that they would not be interested in me given your history. That is your pattern that you need to break. Let go of control issues, let go of your not feeling, that feeling of, I'm not worth it. Why would this person like me? Why would they reciprocate my love? And the fear of rejection. I think this is a very big step for you. If you're able to do this and let go of the fear of rejection, you will in an instant break that pattern and that fear of someone not wanting to come towards you. A lot of people move around carrying this fear of rejection in them when it's not a big deal, but they take it personally. This is a very big thing to learn. Not everyone is able to do that, but it's one of your guidance. Instead of getting into all these things that will emotionally and mentally exhaust you, why not just go express your love and have a conversation? Hey, I've been seeing you for a while and you seem to be interesting. I would like to get to know you better. And you'll understand with their reaction if they're interested or not. It will save you from months and months and weeks and years of this agonizing pain. Okay, so this is one more guidance. First, you need to work on your self-love, your trust issues, your self-worth, and the fear of rejection. Just go and talk to them. All the efforts and energy you're putting in manipulating the 3D, it will take like 10% of that effort to just go and talk to this person and tell that you're interested in them. So very straightforward guidance here for this connection. And let's get a few more clarification cards before we move on to our tarot deck. Give me some more clarification cards for this situation. What should this person keep in mind? What should this person keep in mind for this connection? What should this person keep in mind for this connection? Show me. So we have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking, and faith will bring you romance. Of course, we just spoke about this. I love when the clarification cards just match exactly what we have been reading. So that's when you understand that yes, this specific tarot reader or this specific person who channels these messages, they have something in them, because whenever they get clarification cards, it completely matches with the guidance in the previous set of cards. You need to stay optimistic about your love life, but all that starts from knowing your worth and being optimistic about yourself as a person, that what you are worth. And that's when you can show optimism in the outside situations and other areas of your life, but everything circles back to you. It starts with you, it ends with you. So if you do not create a strong self-concept and belief in yourself that you always get reciprocated love, you don't have to get into manipulative tactics, love comes to you, then you'll see things changing around so fast, and you'll see and understand how easily you're able to break those old cycles and patterns. Now let's try to understand if this person feels the same way about you. I think that will give you a little boost, confidence to maybe approach them if you want to express your love and maybe build some trust in the current situation. We have the World at the bottom of the deck. That's a beautiful card to be at the bottom of the deck, and I'll tell you why. And look at this, the card of reaching a certain fulfillment. Very nice cards. So we were just talking about patterns and cycles, right? And this is completing a certain cycle and breaking yourself free from those unhealthy cycles and unhealthy patterns. We were just speaking about that, and the World card was at the bottom of the deck. This is a positive reconfirmation that you do have the capacity to break out of this cycle and free yourself. Feel free, feel light, feel like you're in the air because you are able to come out of the cycle. This is completion. Even in the deck, this card represents completion. It's the last card, and we got it at the bottom of the deck as the last card. So you do have the capacity and the capability to break out of these cycles and patterns. If you thought you can't, this is a confirmation that you can. Okay, very nice card. We also have two cards from the Wand suit and one Cup suit. So this is all about action, this is all about emotions. And we have Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, and we have 4 of Cups. Okay, now listen to me carefully. This is your energy. Okay, we'll come to your person's, your crush's energy later on, but this is your energy. In the past, again, it's completely matching with the situation we read a few minutes ago. In the past, all the people you have put out your love to have disappointed you by not reciprocating your love. You always sat there with your love, care, attention, but they were not ready to give you back the same which left you disappointed over here. Disappointed in your thoughts of why am I not getting it back? I'm giving it. Why is it not coming to me? It's supposed to come to me. What I'm giving should be coming back to me. I think that's something you believe in. I think you're also a person who believes in karma, that what I put out should come back to me. When I'm giving all this love, care, and attention, I'm sitting here ready to offer them everything. Why are they not giving it back but just taking it from me? So you built this very rigid belief system that this cup coming out of the air is reciprocated love. I'm never going to get it. It's only in my dreams. I might never get it. But this is not a dream. It's ready for you to take if you work on believing truly that you're worth reciprocated love. I feel like a large portion of this collective just self-loathes a lot and is in a victim mindset because of their previous patterns and history, and I don't blame you for that. That's what histories and patterns do to our mind. It makes us believe a certain story, certain narrative about ourselves, about our lives. But again, it's not set in stone. It's our responsibility to change that narrative by changing what we are thinking, what's going on in our mind, and not letting our old patterns, our history, determine our future. Your past does not have to determine your future. The day you start believing you're worthy, you will get this. You don't have to do anything in your reality, any manipulation, any emotional blackmail to get this love. That day it will stop looking like a dream and it will actually come out of thin air. This is literally that love coming out of thin air to you. You are sitting back in your energy, relaxed. You are not doing anything in the 3D, not taking any impulsive actions, and this is coming to you. And once you create that belief, and once you start changing the way you think about yourself, I'm not even saying the way you think about love or the opposite gender. That comes on later. The way you think about yourself, the moment you start changing it, there's going to be super fast changes and movement in your love life. This is waiting for you. This is waiting for you. You need to work on your belief system. This is a confirmation for you. You won't even be able to fathom the speed of change. How it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. You won't be able to handle it. Love, care, attention, stability, security, partnership, companionship, everything, emotional stability, physical love, spirituality, all of these wands are going to hit you so fast you will not understand what happened, what changed. It could be overnight. Sometimes change doesn't have to be delayed. For every person it works differently. So this reading has become all about self-love and knowing your worth and believing that you don't have to do inappropriate or manipulative things in your reality to get someone to come to you or chase you or love you. Now, once you create that belief system, you will break this cycle that we spoke about. You will break your patterns and your page of wands will come to you. Now, this could also be that person's energy. This could also be the energy that will come to you once you break your patterns. Take what resonates. If this is that person's energy, then they do have some kind of admiration for you. This wand, the way this person is looking at this wand, they admire you from far away. If you people spot each other somewhere regularly, as I said, there's a lot of hot and cold, push and pull energy, but they are feeling the same way about you. They are not able to get a read on you. You're not able to get a read on them. So it's not like they are giving you push and pull. You are also giving them push and pull equally, but we don't realize when we are doing it. For example, if you know the eye contact is too intense and someday you're just feeling too much and you're not able to look at them in the eye, but other days you share that eye contact. So in your mind, it doesn't hit you that I did push and pull today. But in their mind, the way they perceive it's like, today they didn't look at me. Today this person didn't look at me. Today he or she didn't look at me, but yesterday they did. So I feel this hot and cold push and pull energy gives you some kind of dopamine. It excites you in some way. That's what your brain is craving, because again it's connected to your subconscious conditioning, your old patterns. That's what makes you feel excited. That's what makes you chase people in the 3D. And that's what your brain is comfortable with. So you're still in that energy, even though you don't realize you're doing it. Both are perceiving the situation the same way. And that's why this guidance came out, where instead of all of this, just express your love. Because I do see this person admiring you. They do have some extent of admiration for you. Now it can go either ways. If you keep indulging in these manipulative tactics, it might not go anywhere. And this reading is not even about this person. Like, I thought it will start as something about that other person, but it's not. This reading is heavily about you, majorly about the patterns you need to break. I think this person is just secondary in this reading. Maybe this person has arrived in your life again to trigger those old patterns in you so that you can break out of them. Sometimes people just come in our life to trigger old patterns in us, which we feel we have healed, but we have not healed, because when we are put in that situation again, we realize that we have not healed and we are repeating everything we used to, all the old actions. So this person might be sent to see if you have healed, if you still have the old triggers, or they can do both the things, right? They can be the person who makes you realize that you are still triggered by certain things, and they could also be the person that you could have a connection with. It's never like an either or situation. It's something for you to figure out. But the main priority for you right now needs to be breaking your patterns, and this person is secondary. They do admire you, so if you want to take this ahead, break your patterns and express your love, have a conversation, or give them a very clear signal. But don't get into these old patterns of manipulating your reality again. This is your chance, this is your moment to realize your worth, work on that, and then you can have everything that you want. Everything. Okay, love is not special. It does make you feel special, but it's as important as any other area of your life. Friends, health, family relationships, career success, money. So treat it as a normal part of your life so that you don't keep it on a higher pedestal, and it will come to you easily. If you keep something on a pedestal, it's already out of reach. So this was your reading, and I really hope you resonated with it. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. At which point in this situation are you currently, and what are you planning to do next? And has this realization hit you that you need to break your patterns, or you're still like not there? If you're looking for any kind of private energy guidance, please check all the details in the video description. You can submit the Google form and I'll get back with your video within 5 to 10 business days. For more such weekly Hindi and English in-depth readings, please do not forget to subscribe the channel. I will see you in the next weekly reading. Till then, bye.